All right, what is true is that this tape right now is going to go on the tube. Well, eventually what's going to happen is you're going to need to remove that tape because there will be reasons, either extubation or the tube becomes loose. If you leave this tube, this tape directly attached to the tube, it's going to be very, very difficult to remove. It's going to just basically become like glue. It's going to melt onto it. So if you take the end of the tape and fold it back on itself, so what you're going to do is take this end and just fold it back on itself so it sticks to the other piece of tape.
Please, can I see, Professor?
Yeah. All right. It is the equivalent of, you take it here, look, take it here, you fold it back onto itself.
Okay.
Huh?
Hold it back.
Fold it back. So now what's happened is you have a, this has no tape to it, right? No sticky part. There's two sticky parts are touching each other. But once it wraps around the tube, when you go to remove it, you have something you can grab, okay? And then you just will be able to unfurl it. If you did not have that, if it was just directly attached
Without folding?
without folding over, right now, good enough. Okay. If you merely had it attached this way, okay, right now you can do it. But given enough time, because remember, these kids are in an isolette, it's a heat source. They're in a radiant warmer. There is some sort of, electromagnetic radiant heat coming out. This is going to melt the glue. It's going to attach to the endotracheal tube, and you're not going to be able to remove this very easily. Okay, so that's the reason for flagging. Are we good? Huh? Flagging has to do with, you have the end of the tape, okay? You fold the end back on itself. So you have adhesive adhering to adhesive, okay? So this is going to be your end piece. This is going to be the last piece that goes onto the tube. Because when you take it off, this will be the first piece you grab.
Okay.
Okay? So what will be true is in this H system, okay, I have this piece here is flagged, and this piece here is flagged.
Okay.
So this top piece is going to go on the face and on the nose. The bottom pieces that are flagged are going to go onto the tube itself. Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there will be somebody holding this. What will be, that person's job is to make sure that this tube doesn't move, okay? But for now, I'm going to leave it go because, all right? You put the tape over the baby's nose, press down gently so it seals across the lip, okay? And do not tape the eye shut.
I'm even worried about the nose tube.
Yeah, did it say like it's blocking? It's like...
Does it matter? Why do you need your nose? Hang on, why do you need your nose?
You need to know the way to smell, like not necessarily.
Trust me, this kid can't smell. You need to be able to breathe, right? But you got a tube.
Covering the
Hang on, wait, we're not done yet. I will agree that you would like to be able to not have it blocked. But the option, and we'll show when we see the oral tube, the option is if you put it orally and the kid can smell, the kid can't suck, the kid can't eat. Okay? What's the least bad? Again, we're back to a trade-off. We don't do anything benign.
The oil was bad because they can't.
Yeah, this is least bad. Yes, you would like the kid to, all right, but you don't want a kid to be on a ventilator anyway, right? If it. So then what you do is this tube, this tape, goes up the tube this way, and this goes on the other side. I should have folded this back first. Up the tube that way.
Okay.
Okay? So when you're done and you need to remove it, you find these little flags and the tube comes off relatively easily.
Okay.
Are we good?
Mhm.
Okay. Now, the oral tube is this. There is a major difference between adults and babies for oral tubes in the way they secure them. I suspect that most places where if they did not have an endotracheal tube holder, what they had was tape and it went behind the neck. You do not put tape behind the neck because if you have it too tight, you cut off blood supply. You know, you have a relatively strong support system back here. It's pretty hard to cut off your circulation. So, right? So you're going to have two tubes. All right, two pieces of tape. Again, this one will be flagged. All right, and I will have this being on the child's left. So
Is that flag?
this is, didn't I?
No.
Ooh. I did this last night. Sorry. That's flagged. Okay. The side opposite the tube. All right. So this is going to be a long piece across the upper lip. Okay. It will have nothing on the bottom lip because there's nothing good about having tape on somebody's bottom lip. Their jaw moves from the bottom lip, not the top. And if you get enough saliva on the piece of tape, it's going to just diffuse all out and all the tape will become loose. So this will go here, okay? This will go in this fashion. You get to where the tube is, and then you wrap it up, right? To secure it, there is another piece, okay? This does have a bottom piece, but that bottom piece is going to be helping to secure the tube. So this goes back. This will sit here, goes back over the tape, and from below,
Do we need to flag it also?
yes, because you're going to need to take it off eventually. This goes up, okay? And I will tell you that real tape on real kids sticks pretty well. Okay? Are we good? So this is an HH. This is a long piece, but nothing below. This is relatively short, two pieces. Top one is going to go over the lip. Bottom one is going to go over the tube. Are we good?
The first one for the nasal is H,
That's an H.
and this is.
Mhm.
Okay.
Are we good?
Well, we did change the practice test.
Yeah.
Quick
Tomorrow is, you can start that, you only got like 10 minutes. But tomorrow, that is what we're going to do tomorrow, is it's going to be a practice type of a deal.
Excuse me, Professor, can you make the H so I can get that,
Sure.
please?
Okay. Okay. Look at, you do not want something that long, okay? Baby isn't that big. All right? You get something about this far for the baby, basically mid-cheek to mid-cheek. All right? You'll be able to do this with your hands, okay? Then you just get the middle of the tape. And this worked yesterday. Okay. And there we go.
Okay.
Pull back to about the center. okay? And then on the opposite side, you pull back to about, not quite, obviously you don't want them to merge, like that did. Let's try this again, sorry. That should be good enough.
So
Okay.
that's the H.
So this is the H. It looks like, from your end,
Letter
it's an H.
Yes.
okay?
That's for the nasal.
That's for the nasal. And then you decide, at this point it doesn't matter, okay? But you decide, well, you know, this was not even. This is thinner than that. Well, this will fit over the lip. That one's too much, okay? So then you decide that the bottom piece, what's now your bottom, will be your flagged area, okay? That part is irrelevant. Okay? So then it will go to, as before, okay, this will go over the child's nose. Okay. One piece will go here and up. The other piece will go in the opposite direction and up.
Okay.
How long is this process supposed to really take for you to do that?
It depends. If the child's moving, there's some tricks I'll later on show you, but if the child's moving, 10 minutes is not unreasonable, because the person who actually has the most critical job is the holder, because that's the person who's got to,
Keep the tube
you know,
in
to
place.
keep the tube from moving, and they become very, very, even more focused than the intubator was for adults, because now all they do is look at the tape or the tube, the marking, and the lip or the nose. You know, it can't move, and you can't pinch, because you saw, what was that one? You know, especially some of these tubes, it doesn't take much.
Pinch it.
When you're nervous, because, oh my God, I'm going to lose this tube, I got to make sure I hold on tight. Well, when you hold on tightly, you pretty much pinch it off. Okay?
Okay, Professor, that of nasal is H, out of the mouth.
Yeah. What do you call it?
Yes.
I don't have a name for it.
Okay.
This one's easy because it's an H.
Okay.
Okay. I will tell you that there will be people who have used this system for oral tubes. I don't like it as much, but I know that there are people that do that.
Okay, sir.
So what's the point? Just to hold